Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is exciting and highly requested, hence why I'm starting off with a bare face, and I haven't done a chatty applying my makeup video in forever and a day. So I'm hoping that this video is interesting for you guys because I know a ton of you have been requesting it, and it is trying out Primark or Penny's makeup as it's known in Ireland. The only makeup products I've ever tried from Penny's are the lip products. I did a little bit of a haul on this makeup. I was going to do a separate haul video but I didn't because I did it on Snapchat. If you don't, please follow me on Snapchat because that's where I do an awful lot of updating. If I'm not here, I will be over in Snapchat updating you guys on everything, and you get to see sneak peeks of upcoming videos and stuff like that. So definitely follow me on Snapchat if you're not already. I'm gonna get stuck in. I'm gonna put my cat ears on. You know I'm in business when I put these guys on. So I've just emptied out my bag of tricks on front of me here. First thing I'm gonna try, it's their mattifying primer. It's from their PS Pro. It's the only thing I got from the PS Pro. It just comes in a squeezy tube and it's mattifying because I'm an oily ass mess and you guys know that, and I'm shiny all the time, so I need something to prime me and hold back those oils. Okay, it's like a creamy consistency. It doesn't have a fragrance. It feels quite nice actually. It's nice on my skin. It has a slight silicone texture to it, but nothing too overwhelming. My first thoughts on the primer is it's really nice. It feels great on my skin, but I don't really know if it's going to do anything, obviously, because I've only just applied it. I haven't worn it for an excessive amount of time. Okay, the next thing I'm going to use is the foundation, obviously. I got the 2-in-1 foundation. This was €3.50. Oh, if I didn't say the primer was a $5. This is an illuminating foundation and concealer. There's a concealer in the lid. So one thing I will say about the foundation is the colour selection is rubbish. If you have darker skin tone or really light skin tone, there is nothing for you. Like I said, the Irish product has been pretty good, so I've been outstunning myself, so I've gotten a bit of a colour, and I chose the colour dark. There was only dark and light, that's all I could see. If you're anywhere in between, you can't get a foundation. Okay, the foundation's in a squeezy tube and that's what it looks like on the back of my hand. It looks like it's gonna match me, so I'm just going to add that to my skin. I'm using a beauty blender. Okay, first of all, I'm noticing it's kind of like a medium coverage foundation. It's not too bad actually. It pretty much matches me. It's slightly too light. Coverage wise, definitely needs to build it up because I have a few spots on my face, as you can see, hormonal breakouts, and it's not really covering them. If you're going to school or college or even work and you just want a really light coverage foundation, you don't want anything too heavy on your face, this feels like it'd be great. Like this feels like this would be a foundation I'd pick up if I'm going to the cinema, or if I just want like a light coverage. It's not overly heavy or anything like that. Foundation is not matte, and you can probably see that from my face because I'm shiny already. So I'll definitely need to be setting this down. I hope the powders are good enough. Okay, so for my next step, I'm going to conceal and contour, but I'm going to contour first, and I'm going to take these, what do you call, the contour crayons, which I'm quite excited to use because it's not like Penny's to have something like this. I've never seen this before. These cost €3.50. So you get 3 pencils in it and a pencil pair. This is your highlighter, your shade, and your bronzing stick. So I'm probably going to use the shade stick. I'm going to use their PS Love concealer for concealing underneath my eyes and places like that. So I'm going to go in with the shade stick and just drag it around my face, around my temples. I'm just going to add a little bit more. Normally I would not do that, but it's just not dark enough. Some people would have lighter skin tones and the bronze shade would work perfectly for them for contouring. Do you know what? I'm actually highly impressed with the way that this is blending out. Like for $3.50, it's not that bad. I'm actually quite impressed with this contour stick. Normally you would find with these contour sticks they can be really dry and dragging, but this blended out really nicely. I really like this. Moving on to concealer. This is the liquid concealer. This cost €2 and I bought it about a month ago, and I opened it and swatched it and thought it was nice, but I haven't put it on my face yet. So I'm just going to place that underneath the eyes like you normally would. The consistency is the nice consistency. Definitely brightening as well. I am super impressed with that concealer. It's amazing. I love it. It's really good coverage. It's after brightening, illuminating underneath my eyes. Obviously I haven't set them down yet, but it I actually love this. I think it's great. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to set my under eyes, and I'm taking this PS Matte Translucent powder, and it's just a white powder. Obviously it's translucent, so it's not going to brighten any further, but it's going to set down my under eyes. Did I say that this cost $2.50? I don't think I did. I have two powders here in front of me as well, loose powders. One is medium and one is light. I'm going to put a bit in the lid. I'm just going to use this to set kind of my cheeks and stuff, because I don't think that translucent powder is powerful enough to set my cheek. Okay, I'm liking this powder. This powder is giving me... Sorry, this powder is giving me coverage, which I'm very impressed with. That is the loose powder and it's $2.50, and I'm really impressed with that actually, because it's actually after adding just the tiniest amount of coverage while setting my face. Like, my face feels pretty set right now. Next up, guys, I'm kind of nervous about this. It is the PS Contour and Sculpt Kit. This costs €4. Some of you guys were talking to me on Snapchat and you were saying that this is just absolute rubbish. Oh. There's a little brush with it. I'm going to use this brush just for interest. This is the kit. You get 3 shades in it. You get obviously a contour shade, you get a bronzing shade and a highlighting shade. I might use the bronzer in the middle as a blush because it's kind of peachy. It's not really something I would normally bronze with. And I don't have a blush with me, so maybe we'll try that. I'm going to go in with the contour shade. Oh dear Lord, I have a bit of a streak on my face. Okay, that's not working. I'm going to need to use a bit of a denser, fluffier brush. I think that's a little bit better. I think I've rectified the whole situation. Okay, I just have to be careful with it. It's super pigmented. I was under the illusion when people said they hated this bronzer or contour kit or whatever, that it was just not going to be pigmented or show up on my skin. I'm actually having the opposite problem. I'm trying to minimize the extent of my contour this morning. Like, it's looking intense. Do you know what? For a contour palette for €4, I'm really impressed. Okay, I'm going to move on to the bronzing shade, and I'm going to add that to my cheeks. This is not showing up as well. This isn't really doing anything, to be honest. I'm taking a hell of a lot of product here. Okay, finally I'm going to go in with the highlighting powder, and I'm just going to just apply that to the high points of my face. Is this illuminating? I'm not really sure. I don't even know if this is doing anything. I can't see. This powder here, I would definitely use to set my under eye area. If I had known that this powder was matte, I would have used that to set my under eye area, because it is perfect. It's a matte product, and it would have brightened up my under eye area a little bit better. I think I'm going to go in first of all with this highlighter stick. I'm going to use it as a base for my eyeshadow. I'm going to take my eyeshadow palette. This was $2.50 and it has 9 little shades in it. And if this works, it's going to be amazing. I'm going to take this colour in the middle because this might help a little bit as a transition. There's not a huge amount of shimmer in it. I'm going to take that on the PS Love brush. Yeah, I'm just taking that same colour. I'm just going to try and wing it out on the corner of my eye. So this brown eyeshadow in the middle, the only one that I've used, is actually not too bad. It's not overly pigmented. I'm going to take it on the angled side of that jewel brush and put it underneath my lower lash line. Next colour that I'm going to take is this like goldy colour here. Just a little bit powdery. I'm not overly impressed with it. I'm going to take the light shade in it, and again it's shimmery. They're all shimmery shadows except for the black. And just to underneath my brows. And actually that colour is not too bad. That's one of the better shadows in the palette. That one and the middle shade that I used, they weren't too bad. I'm going to go in with that angle brush again, and I'm going to take the black. I don't really like that black shadow, grey shadow, whatever the hell it is. I'm not a fan. It's very bad in pigmentation. I'm not a big fan of this. I'm gonna say that it's pretty poor in pigmentation. It looks a little bit chalky. I mean, I managed to make an eye look out of it, but it didn't blend really well. The shadows are really chalky and quite powdery, so it wouldn't be one of my favourite eyeshadow palettes. Next I'm going to go in with liner. I managed to get one of their gel liners and I got a liquid liner. The gel liner on this eye, and I'm going to use the liquid liner on that eye and just see what they're like. That's the best job to do, actually. So we're going to start with the gel liner. This costs $2.50. Little gel pot right there, and you get your little brush in the lid, which I'm definitely not going to use because it's way too thick. First of all, it's quite creamy. It's very gel-like, kind of moussey actually. So it's okay, like it's doing the job, it's creating a wing and everything like that. It's just not as dark as I like my gel liner. I like my gel liner to be intensely dark, but it's okay, like it's fine. I'm not really overly disappointed or anything like that. Okay, next up is the liquid liner. I'm excited to try this out. This is $1.50. I will write down all the prices of everything below as well. Okay, I'm gonna say straight away that the brush is causing me huge problems with this. Brush is spiraling out of control. Bits of bristles kind of everywhere, and it's a very, very hard brush. So it's kind of scratching my eyes a little bit. Okay, it's not the worst product I've ever used either. Definitely the product itself is not too bad. The brush sucks. It's really, really dark. It's way better than the gel liner because it's so dark, but it's just the brush. They need to do something with that brush. This is Tuyor. This is their mascara, and this is their volumizing ultra black mascara for intense volume. And it's a purple packaging, which is so cute. Brush on it is huge. That's grand. I don't mind a big brush. Okay, the mascara's alright, it's not amazing. It's the brush that I have the problem with. It's too big and it's kind of scratching my eyes a little bit. If I get really close, it's kind of scratching my eyes. I don't have the most amazing lashes, but I definitely know when a mascara is making my lashes look kind of non-existent, even worse than they were before. And this one kind of does that, and I hate to say it, it's just my lashes just don't exist with it, and I want separation and volume when I use a mascara, and this just isn't doing the job. The next product is the Brow Emergency Kit. This is the only brow product I could find in Pennies. I'm sure they have more. This costs $2.50 and it has a tweezers, a spoolie, a brow gel and a brow crayon. Let's try this bad boy out. I'm just going to brush through my brows. I'm actually kind of excited to have a spoolie because my other one is missing. Now I'm going to use the crayon, the brow crayon. This is really soft. Wow, I'm so surprised. I'm actually liking this crayon a lot. I'm going to use the brow gel as well. This brow didn't cooperate as well. The product was just a little bit too slippy for it or something. So finally I'm gonna do the lip products, or line my lips. And I'm taking the nude pencil in the colour brown, and it's $1.50. And this chubby pencil in the colour nude, and this is $2.50. I've never used this colour, but I know the lip products are great. Anyway, I'm just going to go through some of the products that I really, really enjoyed, some of them that I didn't really like as much, just so you can kind of get a bit of a breakdown. First off, the primer I thought was lovely. It went on really nice. It gave my skin a nice feel, and it wasn't overly oily or anything like that, but it's not holding back my oils because the foundation is definitely making me a little bit oily. The concealer, I adored the concealer. I thought it was great. Consistency was amazing, really brightening, really creamy, really easy to blend out. Loved it. I was pleasantly surprised with the contour powders. The bronzing powder in this was actually very good for the price and for the kit and everything. I thought it was pretty good. I loved these pencils, the contour pencils, especially the shade pencil. I thought they were amazing, especially from a really affordable brand. I thought they were great. They're really good. I've tried so many products similar to this and they're just so drying. These were amazing. The loose powder, I was pleasantly surprised with that also. I really liked that. I really enjoyed it. It really mattified my skin. I need to top it up as well because the foundation is just too illuminating for me. And I also loved the chubby sticks. I knew I would anyway. I love the lip liner too. I'm not mad about the colour on me. I think it's a bit orange, but other than that it's fine. And the eyebrow products weren't too bad. Like, I mean, if you're in a pinch, they're fine. Now, what did I not like? I hate saying this, but I absolutely hated the eyeshadows. I know what they were trying to do with the eyeshadows and it just didn't work out. The eyeshadows are so... What is happening on my eyelash? The eyeshadows are just too powdery. They're not pigmented enough for what I'm looking for. The black is like a grey and there's no mattes in it, and I just wasn't keen. I know there's the tin ones that are supposed to be similar to the Naked palettes as well. I've tried one of them before and that was worse than this. It was just too much fallout. This was just too powdery, not pigmented enough for me, not exactly what I was looking for from an eyeshadow palette. Unfortunately, I think the mascara was one of the worst products that I tried today. It was rubbish. The brush was way too scratchy for me. I felt like it was gonna like pull out my eyelashes. It was too harsh. I didn't like the brush. I didn't like the product. It wasn't volumizing or black enough for me, and I just am not overly keen on it. The products that I'm most on the fence about would definitely be the liquid and the gel liners. I love the gel liner, just wish it was darker. I should swap them around because the gel liner's on this side. Liquid liner, the consistency of it's great. I'm looking at it now. It's really dark. It's brilliant. The brush sucks, so please Primark, change the brush. Make it not so plasticky and scratchy. If you change the brush, this would be actually an amazing product and I would definitely use it on a daily basis. But the scratchiness of the brush right now, I just couldn't put it near my eyes. If this was a little bit more intensely black, I would definitely enjoy it a little bit more. But I mean, it's not too bad. Like, I'm enjoying it on my eyes. It looks great. It's not smudging. It's actually quite nice. The brush in it sucks, so I would avoid that. And the final product I'm a little bit on the fence about is the foundation. For me, the foundation is just a little bit too oily. It's an illuminating foundation, so what do I expect, I suppose? But for an oily girl, it's just not really what I'm looking for. And I can even see it now, it's not holding back my oils, they're coming through. So for your drier skin types, it probably would be a little bit more suitable for me, not so much. I'm sorry, this video is probably like 1,000 years long. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. I love doing these chatty types of videos. It's nice for a change. I really enjoyed trying out the Primark or Penny's makeup. I thought that there was a couple of hidden gems in there. Thank you so much if you stuck around to the end. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys later. Mwah. Bye!